Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Job Breakdown. Today we're looking at the Warrior for Stormblood. Like all the rest of the tanks, Warrior will be changing quite a bit in the days to come. But let's go over what Warrior had in Stormblood and what made it so good in Stormblood. So you start off with your basic combo. You have the aggro combo, which again is going away in Shadowbringers. Pretty nice little animations. I like it. Looks cool. Then you have the DPS combo, and you have two of those. You have your Swords Path, followed by Maim, Storm's Eye. And they each do different things. So Maim gives you an extra slashing debuff, which again, slashing debuffs are going away. So hopefully we'll see some change there to make that fit better. Storm's Path gives you damage back as HP, and Storm's Eye increases your damage dealt by 10%. So basically, you should always have Storm's Eye up and be using Storm's Path while Storm's Eye is up to get that extra HP back as well. This is good for off tank and main tank. Again, we'll talk a little bit about what Warrior can do in both those roles. The big thing for Warrior is Fell Cleaves. Fell Cleave. Fell Cleave. Inner release. Fell Cleave. Fell Cleave. Fell Cleave. Fell Cleave. Paladin has nothing like that. As you can see, being able to just drop 6 to 7 Fell Cleaves at a time is insane and very, very good. Lots of damage. It's why Warrior was the go-to off tank. The problem is it also does enough damage that Warrior was the go-to main tank. Because you could be in Defiance, build up just enough aggro to keep a lead by using maybe one immunity combo, and then maybe an overpower, and then switch back to Deliverance, and just start DPSing. And you would normally still have enough aggro as long as you were keeping up your Fell Cleaves, which is insane. The changes to aggro generation in Shadowbringers should fix that, but there's no question Warrior was top of the tanks in Stormblood, and for good reason. I mean, when you can put out damage like that and still hold aggro and still heal yourself with Swords Path while you're not in your tank stance, then as you can guess, you were very powerful. It also helps that Warrior has a lot of cooldowns that give back HP or allow for more advantages with Storm's Eye, or Swords Path, that is. But let's talk about the rest of Warrior's combos first. So Warrior also has Tomahawk, which is the thrown weapon, has Onslaught, which is the charge. It allows you to get in close. It's the gap closer. You have Upheaval, which is pretty nice. Gives you a little bit of a heal. Not too bad at all. Does not heal. I'm sorry. I just reread that tooltip. I have thought this whole time that it healed. No, it's affected by maximum HP increasing effects granted to self. So it does more damage the lower your health is, but it does not give you health back. It instead is affected by things that increase your HP. So if you use Thrill of Battle to give yourself more HP and still take more, you can Upheaval and get even more damage out of it. It's pretty nice. You learn something new every day. That's probably going to change soon. From there, you have things like Decimate, which is your AoE. And you have the change that happens when you go to Defiance, in that these moves change. Steel Cyclone. And then you have Inner Beast. You may have noticed I've clicked Infuriate a couple times. You should be using Infuriate basically on cooldown. It gives you more Beast Gauge to be able to use your best abilities. You also have Vengeance, which is a pretty nice cooldown. Lets you do damage back to enemies that damage you. Very good. Little thing to point out, when you use Enter Release, you get these nice red eyes from cutscenes that you would always see for Warriors. So we are going to just Fell Cleave real quick, because we have Enter Release, and then we're going to Onslaught. And as you can see, I did not have the Beast Gauge for that Fell Cleave or that Onslaught, but it didn't matter because I was in Enter Release, which is very nice. Warrior has its own Don't Die mechanic. It's called Home Gang. While Home Gang is out, Warrior cannot die for 6 seconds. Nowhere near as long as Paladin, but it also keeps the mob stuck. Warrior and the mob both can't move, and it has a much shorter cooldown, which is very nice. You also have Raw Intuition, which parries all attacks taken from the front. Makes it where anything that tries to hit you from the front will be parried, but anything that hits you from anywhere else for the next 20 seconds will definitely hit and will crit you. You have Shake It Off, which basically, if you have a cooldown up, will give you a barrier, and we will show that off. It also has a barrier of its own, only 8%, but if you have one of your other cooldowns up when you use it, then it will give that increased barrier. So we'll wait to show that off until Thrill of Battle comes up in 2, 1, and Thrill of Battle. Shake It Off. You lose the effect of Thrill of Battle, but you get a longer barrier, or a better barrier, not a longer barrier, which is nice. Then you have Equilibrium. Does 2 different things. In Defiance, it heals you. In Deliverance, it restores TP. Again, also changing. Expect that to be gone. But you have Unchained. While in Defiance, you can do damage as if you didn't have the Defiance damage penalty, which is nice. Deliverance, though, Unchained doesn't matter there. And again, just Fell Cleaves for days. Just cleave away. And it works with your AoE rotation, too. So you could just be decimating for days. And doing a lot of damage to mob packs that way, which is very nice. For the rest of your cooldowns, you have, of course, Rampart, taken from Paladin. It's roll action. Convalescence, roll action. I have Shirk on my Warrior. I don't think I have it on my Paladin, actually. But Shirk is really cool for a roll action. It allows you to divert 25% of your enmity to a different party member. So it's very good for tank swaps. It's something I probably should have on my Paladin, but, you know, hey, what can you do? You have Provoke and Ultimatum. Ultimatum is an AoE provoke. Will be going away. You have Anticipation. You have Low Blow, which is a stun. And you have Awareness again. Those are the ones that I have currently on my Warrior. Warrior's a really good class. Top of the tanks for sure, easily. I think Warrior's in a really good place in Stormblood. Looking forward to what they give it, what we've seen that they're giving it, and the changes that are coming with Shadowbringers. And I'm excited to see how it turns out. With all that said, though, I have been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Warrior has to offer.